Hello, my little fantasy nerds, and please join us for another episode of Dungeon Crawlers,
Dungeon Crawlers!
where
Krawlers!
the party has survived a almost TPK by
We
me.
fucking won!
I fucking killed a dragon, boy! Fastest
Yeah.
up, boy!
Y'all don't know how fast I am. Fast as fuck, boy!
Sheesh.
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 But the party had followed Brigier to her domain and hoard, where they proceeded to scrounge the area for remains of a shard of fate. They found said shard of fate along with piles and piles of money and riches and items and everything. Where they looked up and they saw a giant white face staring back at them as Brigier, the breaker of bloodlines, dropped onto the party and a fight was followed. The party immediately almost losing 2 members off the bat as you guys were grouped taking a breath attack that seemed to make the entire room drop about 50 to 60 degrees. The frigid temperatures sending some parties members into instant shock. You manage to regain your senses, spread out, and fight a little more carefully. Several more times continually going down while you guys just kept getting back up and repositioning and trying your best to chip away at this dragon. In the end, the party was hurting and really struggling to hold on, but Morn managed to land a final killing blow along the side of the neck of Brigier, causing almost a massive blood loss, where the dragon retreated into the back cavern of this cave entrance, where she proceeded to slump over and pass, where the party members found her coiled around a catch of about 3 eggs that looked like they had been broken a long time ago and fossilized. The party gathered what they could and made their way back to Jupiter, where you guys are now standing in Elena's castle. You guys have been given aid, and now she's gonna call me. Where you guys had been given aid and had begun to slowly being taken care of. And that's where we'll pick up, I should say.
Yeah, didn't we? I was gonna say we ended with Kaz falling through the portal, shooting a.
Yep.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
That was pretty much the last second
boss
of
move.
the session. We didn't do the arriving on the other side yet.
We kind of did, and I did like a back step to it, but yeah, basically you gave the middle finger through the fireball as you guys fell through and you were welcomed in Elena's castle.
Burn.
Does this tower, does this look like it normally does when we come here?
Yes.
Okay.
All the refugees that were here prior have been moved out, and it looks like the triage center / this kind of makeshift triage area has been taken care of and cleaned up, and all the beds have been remade and seem to have been put somewhere else.
All the FEMA tents are gone.
Yes. So, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, I managed to bring a little bit of hit points up, but I'd probably happily head to, I don't know, a cot or a healer or something to lay down and rest a little bit more to regain some.
There's several beds, and so you're gonna try and take a short rest?
I don't know how that works, because I
4 hours.
Yeah, so oh, you're right.
Yeah, it has to be a straight 4 hours.
thought it was like an hour.
For what?
A short rest.
I thought it was an hour.
I was gonna say I thought
Is
it was
it
an
an hour?
hour.
You might be right.
Yeah.
Because yeah,
I'm
I
a
was
little
using
tired.
that when I was sitting
I'm a
down.
little tired.
Yeah.
Shut up, Strat.
4 hours is how long a full
Yes.
elf can take a long rest in.
That's what I'm thinking of. So it's 1 hour is a short rest.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Because I was doing that
Which-
in the cave while everybody was gathering stuff. I was using that.
Yeah,
as an opportunity to short rest.
you and Morn were kind of just taking a load off over there.
Yeah, I think if I remember, you guys took a short rest while the rest of us sort of looked around the cave. So you could probably roll some hit dice to get some health back. I assume we're just going home. Do we know what time of day it is? Can we tell? Is there light from this tower?
No.
I don't think it matters. I think I'm just gonna look at the group and be like, home? To the manger?
I mean, if we're heading home, that's even better. Could use a rest.
Before we
It
left,
was-
Martin gathered up as much gold as he could carry, so he'd be looking to set it down.
It's just like
it's like 125 gold.
Yeah, but he's
To
pretty
you,
cut-
it's a lot. It's your hands put together and just like a little pile. It's a decent amount.
Yeah.
You've never seen this much.
The party altogether was able to gather a lot more gold than each of us individually.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
But a little bit. By fucking a lot.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
We
That's a
got
lot of
deep
gold.
pockets now.
Hundreds of thousands of gold.
I mean, it was an ancient dragon's hoard.
Yeah,
But
it was
not
it was
not
high
exactly
high
dragon.
risk, high reward.
Very.
the camera just black to
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
something, but I wasn't sure.
I
Do
guess
you have another app? Do you have another app open
no.
that's using the camera?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Roll20 has just not been polite to us. I've been looking at other things for next campaign.
Hail's
I don't
fire,
know.
man.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tailspire
haven't
looks
looked-
pretty
I
rad.
haven't looked that one up yet. I looked at.
I
a
sent
couple
you a
others.
link like
Did
2
you?
months ago.
Okay,
to
I'll
be
have to
fair.
re-look at that one because I've looked at quite a few, and I'm like, nah. The other two that I looked at, I was like not really impressed. So we'll see.
Foundry's pretty good.
I-
don't know if
I
that's-
I think Boundary was one that I looked at,
Foundry's
but
good.
you had to buy like a $70 or $50 subscription or something like that just to test
Oh.
it out, and I wanted to see what it was like before I actually got into it. So yeah.
I think the thing with Tailspire is a lot of the assets have to be like custom.
Probably.
Like I had heard that they don't have a ton of like pre-made assets for you. So
Yeah, I mean,
They're
if you're
still
willing
looks
to
super
work
new.
with Tailspire, that would be amazing.
yeah,
There
Yeah,
is
that's
also
cool.
a shit ton of fucking community made stuff for
Which-
tabletop simulator.
Yes, but each one of you guys would have to buy that, and I'm not forcing people to buy something they don't want to. You know what I mean? That's what I'm
True.
trying to. I'm trying to get
It's
around
pretty cheap,
making.
though. I think it's usually only like $20.
It's not bad, but I don't know what everybody's situation is, and I'm not forcing people to do said thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you have people like, Jason that are just really broke. So all the time.
Shots fired.
I don't know who this Jason person is. Have you not seen my name?
Yeah.
Do the same thing to me. Etrigon.
Hey,
There
here
it
we
is.
go.
Etrigon.
Same thing.
I'm not calling you Overlord. No, not gonna.
Yes, you will. Okay.
happen. I will
Anyways.
not.
Take time, but you will address me by my title.
All right.
I think I was saying that I'm gonna head over to the Ranger Manger and get some rest.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Feeling a little old and decrepit over here.
You guys. Awful.
Freya's gonna go to the Ranger Manger.
All right,
I think she's about to go to the Ranger Manger to play bingo.
don't forget your smokes.
Make sure to tape your stories before you leave, so you can listen.
Come on, Smokes, let's go.
You have to be home by 6:30 to catch Wheel of
She,
Fortune.
she goes around to all the rest of the party and is just like, "Come on, Smokes, let's go." Snapping her
I gotta be up at 4:30 so I can catch the prices right.
You in bed by 8,
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
up and again at 4:30, even though you don't farm.
I got my farmer's almanac. Gonna look at the
And your
look at the weather.
Reader's Digest.
I'm gonna make a
Gotta get
character
those-
and I'm going to voice it with that voice.
Do it.
Your next
Ethel.
character,
Shit.
Yeah.
Ethel the Barbarian.
Campaign 2.
Ethel the Barbarian. Before she hits you, she like hikes up her bra. Let's do this.
Yeah. I'm from Long Island, okay?
She's a warlock, and her patron is the
The
Camel,
Lord.
Joe Camel, the old Camel cigarettes.
Gross.
Yeah,
Or goiter.
I
or
think it'd be
Marlboro Man.
more
Banana.
true to
Yeah.
form if she flopped her bosom over her shoulder.
Oh my god.
That's her improvised weapon. Yeah, it's a club. I'll count it.
Bludgeoning.
It counts. It counts. It's
Just
a
so you
magical.
guys
It's a
know-
magical weapon too.
My ma's visiting. She's sitting right next to me, and she's coughing up a lung, laughing so hard right now.
Yep. Ethel the Barbarian, improvised device, long boob. It counts as a mace.
Only one.
Yep.
Only one long one. The other
No,
one's short.
she gets 2 attacks and 3 if she whips it around like a whip and it comes around the back of the head.
Oh,
It's a 3rd
God.
attack.
Like one of those martial art rope spears.
Yeah.
Get off my
Alright.
lawn!
That started
Get
with,
over here!
like the physics in High School of the Dead.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Anyway.
Focus.
Okay, so like I said,
Yeah.
You've
Freya
been brought
would-
back to.
Freya would
Elena's.
agree. Freya would agree to go to the Ranger Manger to rest.
Okay. So you guys slowly begin to, all of you. As you guys leave. Are you all leaving to head towards the range? Damn it, the Ranger Manger.
I will let the group know that I'm gonna be breaking off to go give my people the good news.
One thing you guys will notice as you're leaving, Jaden looks gray and almost weary.
Well, I know that we're all a
Did-
little
did
bit
he
worse
actually
for wear,
talk?
but he wasn't here, I guess. So, would for all intents and purposes for
Yeah, I
that
wasn't
fight,
even
would-
here. What the fuck are you doing to me?
I was just gonna say, like, for the purposes of Jaden not actually being there, what was his process in the fight? Did he get
you
down?
you gave me dragon rabies, didn't you?
Yeah, that dragon herpes.
Fuck.
Hepatitis
Yeah.
AIDS.
He got turned
Yeah.
into an
Quite a bit-
ice
You-
cube.
It's quite a
you-
bit worse.
You keep that shit to yourself.
Jaden basically got swept off of his feet, and when he was trying to regain his senses in the initial breath attack, was frozen solid.
Yeah, he must have failed his save. 'Cause
Yeah.
Goddamn.
How does dragon herpes compared to gnome herpes?
It's like 4 times as worse.
Wow.
It breaks out over the body, causes a mushrooming of the penis head. It's pretty bad.
It's especially dangerous to humans.
Wait,
Horrible.
but it makes it bigger, though, right?
Hey, wait, what?
It makes it bigger, though, right?
If like swollen and inflamed, yes.
And
Oh.
painful.
Moving on, okay. Oh my god.
But he looks worn, like something looks off. He looks worn down and just not right.
Ooh. Speaking of, would Etrigon still be in that form he was in?
Yes.
Yeah, he wouldn't have changed back.
So at this point, there's so much oddity going on in regards to like we're all a little worse for wear. There's some weird shit that happened. I think I'd probably chalk it up to like everybody just needs to take a nap. I don't know what the fuck's going on, and
We'll reconvene once we've had rest.
Yeah.
ask questions later. But I mean, if Jaden looks like, does he look like he needs help? I mean, if I were to glance at him, does he
Yeah.
look like he's in trouble, or does he just look like he needs a nap like I probably do?
Roll a. I mean, you can either roll medicine if you want to try and ascertain that, or you can roll an insight to see if you look at him, if you could determine his feelings.
Insight.
Oh,
I'm gonna
Alwyn,
roll.
medicine.
I'm gonna
He
roll
doesn't
an
look
insight.
good.
I'm gonna roll an insight. Hold on. Where the fuck is insight?
The eyes.
The best you're able to tell is something seems off, and Jaden's not even entirely sure yet. It's like he's processing something.
Maybe as I'm walking back, I'll kind of like. You okay? You gonna make it back to the house? Do you need help?
I think so.
You think so? Like you need help, or you think so? You're gonna make it.
I think I'll be fine. Ju- Probably just needs some time to wear off.
Well, don't be afraid to ask for help if you need some. This is a good place for that.
Of course. Thank you.
And I'd probably just head back, and I'd probably a few times Etragon, just because I'm still a little bit confused. I'm not sure what to make of that.
Yeah, Morin's been. People who would be paying attention would notice Morin's been looking at Etragon quite a bit. Been an eye on him.
Does he have? I saw the picture last week. Mike, is that like? Does he have wings and shit like that, or does he look more like a tiefling?
He
I
looks.
was trying to figure out how to get that picture back. No, I have wings, horns, much bigger than your average dragonborn. There's battle scars all over my body,
Oh, dragonborn.
or not battle scars, but wounds. The wings drape over my back like Goliath from Gargoyles. Disney, if you hear this, don't sue me, please.
That's right. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. I was thinking tiefling for some reason. No, so
Oh.
you look like you would look like a dragonborn though. You don't look like a demon per se. Actually, does he look like, rather than because I'm asking that kind of out of character, to Freya, does he look like a demon? Should I?
Yes.
Okay.
Partially.
Huh? Partially?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. So I'm definitely going to be a little bit leery and kind of keeping my eye on him, but I'm also not in the greatest shape either, so at that
Yeah,
point,
you guys
it's
are
probably-
all fucked up. Like, real bad.
Yeah, so I'll start heading back then.
Morn, what is the medicine check for?
Oh,
I think he was just rolling to see about.
I was
Jaden.
concerned about Jaden as well.
Oh,
And Etragon.
well, for Jaden, for that role, he looks very worn, body's a little beaten, and just kind of looks fatigued. So, as you guys are walking back to the Ranger Manger, about halfway there, Jaden, in your ear. Jaden,
What is it? What the fuck? Was your ex-lover known to be contracting any diseases? Because I absolutely feel like garbage.
yeah, not an ex-lover, but, It's time, Jaden.
What do you mean?
Part of our contract.
Wait. No.
This was-
No. What about your brother? It's not time yet.
Brother was never truly endgame. I felt the most guilty for what I did to her clutch. I feel like this should probably be the time that I move on as well. For a human, you're okay, but it's I've been around for too long.
You can't.
You'll be fine.
You can't possibly be serious.
Unfortunately for me, this is about as serious as it gets.
Well.
We have a little bit of time.
Okay.
Let's just let's get back and rest, and we can maybe talk some more.
Very well.
Alright.
And as he continues to walk, he's now going to look down at the ground and make sure his hood is pulled up so nobody can see his face.
Okay. It doesn't take you guys very long, about 10-15 minutes to the house. You guys walk in, or as you guys walk out of the tower, it is dead, like the dead of the night, like 2 a.m.
Oh, damn.
You guys make it back to the house. The house is lowly lit, very nice, casual. You walk in, the clean smells of the house wash over you guys as you individually know where each one of your rooms are. You can walk to them if you want to, or if there's something else you would like to do, please tell me. Or do it.
I'm going to be immediately walking to mine, not even bothering to take my hood down, even while inside.
Yeah, I'd probably head straight up to my room.
Lauren tosses all of his gold onto the living room, just kind of across the floor.
Just bling.
Yeah.
Hi, baby.
Okay.
Did we arrive in the building through the portal so nobody saw us?
No, you came in through Elena's. Because I don't believe Kaz had the teleportation circle finished to within the house.
Okay.
I don't think he paid for those services yet.
I want to make sure I stay in the shadows because I don't want to be seen.
Okay.
As much as I can.
I'm gonna wait like a minute to make sure no one else has gone upstairs other than Freya. And then I'll knock on her door.
Okay. Are you trying to do this stealthily, or are you just waiting for people to go by?
Stealthily.
Okay, roll stealth check.
Uh, 25.
Easy enough.
Well, if
Big
the,
man-
if the knock is that stealthy, would I even hear it?
Well, he's not knocking stealthily. He's
Oh, okay.
just
Yeah. I'll
down
just
the
enter.
hallway and yeah. Okay. You hear a low knock to the door.
I imagine if... How long would you have waited before going upstairs?
I went upstairs probably right after you. I just threw the gold on the ground and
Okay.
walked up.
Okay. I would just open the door then.
Can I come in for a sec?
Of course. I'd move aside and let him in.
What happened to Jason? I don't think we can. I didn't want to say anything until now, but And we can't do anything until you feel better, but is he a demon too?
Hearing Morn talk about Jason, I would very quickly and quietly close the door. Yeah, I'm a little worried about that. I don't really know what to think of it. I don't know if he's a demon, if he can be trusted, or I'm not familiar with all the races of Rothos, but I don't
It
know.
looks like he looks a lot like what I thought Kalen was gonna do
Yeah,
if we didn't stop Kalen.
I mean, I really don't know. We might want to ask him about it. I don't want to just assume that he's bad, but he did kind of turn into that, and if I recall, he did. Actually, I think I was on. No, I wasn't. I recall him saying something about his name or referring himself to the demon of some form. So I don't know. What should we do?
I don't think we should do anything until we both are gotten a little bit of rest. But I don't really know. I don't think we can take him to hell now. It's too late. The demon already overtook him, it looks like.
I don't know what kind of. I don't know what his situation is. It might not be anything like mine.
Well, I mean that's what the demon would say, right?
Maybe.
The demon would say that he's normal and good, but then he's gonna trick us.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know. I'm not familiar with all of this.
Maybe we should probably talk to Kaz too. She might know something.
Would Kaz have come upstairs? Kaz, would you?
You hear Kaz slowly, like, knocking on Woolsworth's door downstairs. Can I help you, sir?
Did you get to sleep early tonight?
I thought so. I didn't expect you to be making an appearance.
Two things. First, I'm glad to see you. How are you?
I'm good. Sleeping, but
Second,
good. Yes.
I've got a task for you.
What is it?
Come with me. I want to talk to the others as well.
1 second. And he, like, takes, like, 3 or 4 minutes and comes out in, like, his kind of, like, dressed up attire instead of, like, a sleeping gown and hat.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go poke in on Morn's room and get him, and I'll fill you in.
Sounds good. And you guys kind of start walking down the hallway, and you go to turn the hallway to head down towards Morn room, and you hear talking behind.
And we'd be talking pretty quietly.
I was gonna say
you
we'd
just-
be kind of whispering a little bit.
Yeah, it's not like full blown talking, but you do hear hushed talking behind Freya's door.
Yeah, I'll just knock on it.
You guys hear a knock.
I would kind of like barely open it, just and like peer out with my eye between the crack, just to see Kaz. Once I see Kaz, I'll open the door.
We'll kind of come in. Is Etrigan in the house with us?
Yes.
No, not per
No.
what he just said.
I thought he said he was inside, but he was just keeping to himself.
He snuck out of the house.
I'm trying
Did
to
he?
find somewhere.
Okay.
Since we didn't poof inside the building, I need to find somewhere safe where I don't get spotted.
Gotcha.
Okay, so he's not in the house then. He's
No.
looking for somewhere to hide.
Okay. then in that case, I will just tell Woolsworth. I'll just give him a description of what both forms look like, and I'll just let him know. Can you let us know if this person arrives or enters
Yes, of course I can.
the house? Okay. Are you pretty good at... I feel like you're pretty good at going unnoticed.
I do all right for myself.
Do you think that you could maybe just watch him for a little bit and let us know what he's up to tonight?
I can if you would wish it.
Okay. I will cast Rary's telepathic bond on the four of us, and
Ooh.
I'll tell Woolsworth kind of
Oh.
that he broke off apart from us by Elena's tower and was gonna find somewhere to kind of stay for the night. And I'll just let him know, like, if you find him, you can let us know telepathically what he's doing or if there's anything suspicious going on. But don't put yourself in danger. If something seems dangerous, just return.
I will look into that.
Okay.
Yeah, those I forgot to put that in there. Think of them as like walkie-talkies.
The telepathic bond thing?
No. Has got a lot of items.
Yeah, I have a
order.
I'm using the spell. I'll
Yep,
copy
that's
it in
fine.
here. So, and then I'll just tell Woolsworth, like, we almost died. Like, I gotta get some rest. But, if something urgent comes, yell in my brain ear, I guess, and let me know. And we'll war plan in the morning.
Sounds good. I will.
Okay.
Do you know where he is, or do I need to find him?
We offered that he could stay here. He said he didn't want to walk across town looking like he did. So he's probably finding somewhere inconspicuous to sleep close to Elena's tower.
Fair enough. I will keep an eye out for him.
Perfect. And again, don't be risk averse in your task, right?
Of course.
Thank you.
And he slowly moves out the door.
As he's walking away, just in his head, and I don't know if the other two could hear as also. Maybe I'll just Woolsworth, you're the man. I believe in you.
I think if you're using the link, anybody that's linked to it can hear
I think everybody
Yeah,
hears
probably.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's
I
so
believe in
weird.
you.
The Kaz and Woolsworth dynamic is like one of my favorites in this whole campaign. It's been a roller coaster ride.
It's like I really, really want a servant, but also like I don't want to like treat him like a servant. like I just want a buddy who will do whatever I tell him is what I really want. And that's just the closest that I can get. Yeah.
A Dobby.
A
Yeah.
Dobby, yep.
A smarter Dobby.
Just don't give him a sock.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's gone. He throws a dark, like a jet black, like overcoat type like cloak and like exits the front door. And actually, Jason or Etrigon, roll a stealth check for me. It's gonna be a good night, boys and girls.
Let's see. Who the hell is? Oops. That would be. Started off good.
Get it?
Got me a good night.
I got a nat 20, so.
His knees are cracking as he's walking through the alleyways.
Everything hurts real bad. Okay.
Walsworth is a stud.
Oh, is that who rolled?
Yeah.
Okay.
He like retired to this job, but I feel like he's Jason Statham, just retired.
Oh my
as
god, it's
a
Jason
butler.
Bourne.
John Wick.
You don't know who he is.
He's an ex-KGB agent at some point in his life.
I may or may have.
Arnold Schwarzenegger in Red Heat.
I may or may not have a stat sheet for him. I may or may not. You don't know this. I may or may not have one for Yvonne too.
That's Ginger's way of saying he doesn't, but he's going to make one.
I mean, if you want, I can link it to you right now, but I'm not going to.
Uh,
Yvonne is more. We'll just put it this way, and this is a little bit of a for everybody in the campaign. Yvonne's a beast. She is a retired adventurer. That's out of character. That's just because I don't know. It's just kind of a really cool thing. Yeah.
and she cooks for a living.
She retired to a more
The
peaceful
beast
life.
like Amazon,
We're talking like, yeah, double
or like
bladed.
Bane. She will break me.
Think like barbarian fighter mix type stuff.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
Smack you in the head with a
Okay.
frying pan.
Yeah. Frying pan in one hand, butcher knife in the other. But anything else?
So after that link was set and we heard the silly, like, you're the man stuff from Kaz, I would reiterate we should probably definitely be on guard. I don't know if that's normal or not, but it's definitely concerning. Especially because he didn't say anything about it, and I feel like that probably would have been a good thing to make sure your party members know about you, just so that they're not concerned if something happened.
Well, this just reminds me when Freya had a demon in her, and then he took over, and then he tried to steal her body, and now Jason's gone missing too.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be the same. I don't really know how to tell the difference.
Luckily we stopped Kalen in time, and we were able to save Freya. But I don't know if we're gonna be able to save Jason.
I don't know. We're gonna have to see. It's a very odd situation. But it sounds
Right.
like our butler is on the job to find him.
We were gonna actually ask what you thought, Kaz, in the morning, but it seems you have a similar concern that we do.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he was captured in McKill, and we rescued him. So like, I obviously I don't think he has any like apparent ill will towards us. Like, why would he?
Freya was
But-
captured in Steinthorn,
Same thing, yeah.
and that's when she was taken over by a demon. What if Jason was taken over at the same time when he was captured?
Can I roll like history maybe to see like if Kaz would know the difference between devils and demons.
I would help with that. I feel
That
like
would be more of.
actually no, I wouldn't.
I'm debating between history and religion.
Yeah, I've got the same. I got a +1 for both. I'm not great.
That's either one then.
So, if Freya wants to help with that, yeah, I'll give you advantage, and you can roll twice,
I
and
mean-
you can pick history or religion.
I would say, the hard thing is I would say that I'd still be a little naive to it, but maybe just from the experience of reading through that book, maybe have a little bit of back and forth I can provide. So yeah, I can help
Possibly.
if you want to roll twice.
I'll do one of each just for good measure.
Okay.
Yeah. 15.
History wins.
You and you want to know the difference between
Well, like out of character, I know that like some of Morn's concerns are about like being tricked into something with the contract, which is like this is a thing that's like very much a devil thing to do and not a demon thing to do.
yes.
I just don't know if Kaz would know that or not. I mean, we went to the Nine Hells and like so we've had some exposure to like those contracts, but
Yep.
I don't know what Kaz's knowledge of like the abyss and demons would be.
I mean, you would know a difference between. I mean, you being somebody who's a little more book savvy would know difference between some of the races, and even possibly some of the races that once used to inhabit Rothos. You would definitely know the difference between a devil and a demon, and something else. It's very specific. Not to mention devils and demons, it's not very easy for them to enter the mortal plane. So either one, it's through possession, or two, it's through an item, or they're summoned. But if they're summoned, it's usually through the means of like really high level magic, which is something that just doesn't really occur.
Yeah, so I think I would just tell Morn like, hey, I don't think this is the same thing. I think he has these gems in his hand. Maybe like a demon had been trapped in there, and he's able to use some of the power from it. I don't know, but I don't think this is the same thing as him being possessed like Freya was.
It's still concerning if he's summoning forth demon energy.
Yeah, it's still a concern, so like I don't think that he's gonna be but like I don't think we're in immediate danger, but I do feel like he owes us maybe some sort of explanation on like what his goals are. Like,
We told him we told him a lot of things.
yeah, I feel like maybe it's not too much to ask for him to share some more with us, right?
I agree.
So you're certain that it's the demon that he turned into is the same thing as Jason? They have.
No, I'm not certain of anything. That's just the feeling that I have.
Well, one way to get a little clarity might be to talk to him, but then you worry, how much of it can you really truthfully believe?
Yeah, I also just don't want him to like spend the night out in town eating the heads off chickens and shit, and then having the city guard come up to us tomorrow wanting us to explain why we brought this person here. Because that could happen.
Morn looks almost more nervous now than he did fighting that dragon.
I mean, we had to leave that place, and this just seemed like the natural place to go. But to be honest, I didn't really consider, hey, this is a person who's never been here before to a city that tries to stay off the map. Is this going to be a problem?
Set a demon free in the city.
I don't know if we should have brought him here. It might have been his goal to get here the whole time.
Maybe we should go out and look for him.
I don't think you should.
I don't think any of us should, but I don't also think it's very smart to let him be out there wandering without knowing what what his intentions are, or why he kept this a secret.
Well, hopefully Woolsworth can find him. I don't think any of us should go out. I'm feeling okay, but I couldn't do anything.
It's gonna be really hard to rest, but
As Freya says that, Kaz sort of like does this thing when you're real tired and you're sitting up and you go,
Little Bob.
yeah,
Little
yeah,
Bob.
it'll be real hard to rest.
you definitely, of anybody,
Haven't-
should rest.
Haven't slept in a day and a half. Almost dead.
Yeah. Yeah, Kaz, go get some sleep. Well,
I'll
We'll hang
sleep
tight.
fine.
yeah, we'll sit tight, see if we hear anything back, and kind of go from there.
Yeah, and I'll just I'll leave the room and I'll ping the three of them and say, Woolsworth, I'm hitting the hay. Let me know if anything happens.
Will do.
I'm gonna look real
Okay.
confused when I hear his voice in my head.
Mm,
Like, I just heard him. What's happening?
no likes.
All right, I'm gonna try and get a little bit of rest. You probably should too.
Yeah, I would have followed Kaz out.
Excellent. I'm just gonna faceplant right on the bed and get busy trying to go to sleep.
Jaden. Sleep does not come easy to you. You toss and turn and roll in bed. And around 3:30. Jaden. Jaden.
Couldn't even wait for me to get a full night's rest in, huh?
It's not my decision.
I know.
I gotta go.
Right.
It's been fun. For a human, you're not that big of a bitch. I kinda liked you. You're tenacious like a dragon. I dig it.
You know, they always tell you stories about how black dragons are the most vile and evilest of them all. But I knew when we met that you were at least a little bit different.
I mean, I had to soften up. You're kind of a pansy. I didn't want to scare you.
Honestly, you were... No. You'll always still be my friend.
Likewise, buddy. Likewise. And as you see, nobody else, just you. Almost moonlight fills the room as you lay on your back and you stare up. And as you do, miniaturized, but you see the entire silhouette of a black dragon, like Ozzy in his full prime. And if a dragon could smile, you swear you see it. A shit-eating, large, toothy, mauled smile. And then a middle finger on one of the claws. And he slowly floats up. And at that moment, on your left chest, where your heart would be, almost like a birthmark, but a small imprint of a dragon's claw is kind of burned. You know, it doesn't burn, but almost etched into the skin like a tattoo. And after a minute or two, the light begins to fade. And as it does, you hear, just softly, "Bye, friend." And the light just kind of wanes and slowly closes. And laying in your bed for the first time in many years, you feel empty. A part of you is gone. Something that wasn't there originally, but something that made a home. It's now gone.
As he finishes fading away, I put my sleeve over my eyes. Damn it.
And she rolls over and just kind of pulls you in. And she doesn't wake up, but she kind of just cuddles you, not really knowing why or what. And she's in that half sleep, half awake. And you just hear her just slowly just, "Shh, go back to sleep."
And he'll try to.
Anything else before the day breaks?
That was fucking sad.
I had to turn off my camera, so no one saw me crying.
Yeah, the
I'll
music
probably,
was perfect.
before going to sleep, just take some time to identify the items by myself in the room, and then in the morning we'll look at them all together.
And I already gave you
Yeah.
all of them, so.
Morn doesn't sleep that well, not because of Etrigan, but because of the axe. I was wondering what it does.
Oh, now you're ready for it, huh? Uh-huh.
Yeah, now that we're resting, and other people are watching Etrigan, Morn his mind can wander to other things.
Anybody doing anything else?
Sleeping, snoring.
Okay. You guys all get a full night's rest. You wake up the next morning bruised, sore, cuts, wet, dry, blood, partially. You look at the sheets of all your beds, and part of, like, it looks like somebody was half murdered in a lot of you guys' beds. And you hurt. You wake up probably almost around noon.
I'd probably sleep in, especially because I was battered and bruised and almost died twice.
I want to go get my dragon from Bobo first thing when I wake up.
In fact, I probably would have had a fitful sleep because I slept too much. So I'd probably be all cocooned up in my comforter.
Yes, correct, Alwyn.
I was able to find a shed or a loft, so that's where I'm at.
Um, anybody doing anything else then? You're just kind of resting in a little loft?
I
Yep.
will get up and I will immediately head out. I'm heading for outside the city walls.
Okay. It doesn't take you very long, and nobody really questions you.
I'll make sure I'm like a decent distance away.
And where the cold blizzard type conditions that were present in the last couple of months are no longer there. It's kind of it almost feels like mid-fall or late fall. It's very nice outside. Takes you 15, 20 minutes, and you manage to make your way a good distance away from the city walls.
Once I'm there, I go down to my belt to an ever-present pouch on the side of my waist. Open its string and start digging around until I fish out an all too familiar black coin.
The ever-present black coin swirls in your fingers and just almost pulsates and breathes on its own.
The fuck?
With a frown on my face, I'll sort of say, I know you're in there. I want to talk.
Knowing the proper way to set up and talk to these things, you sit down and you draw the circle. The one made for
Communication purposes.
yes. And you sit down and a semi-familiar tone enters your ear. Who are you and what do you want?
Like I said, I want to talk.
What do you want to talk about?
Came to offer you a deal.
And what deal could you make for me? As you've trapped me in this hellish cage.
You're lucky that I was the one who did it, or else you wouldn't be here right now. If those so-called heroes had sent a cleric or a paladin to do the exact same thing, they wouldn't have been able to capture the very last fragments of your power like I have. So I suggest you be a little grateful.
Grateful. Grateful that I'm trapped. Grateful that I sit in this shithole. You realize that the clerics and whatnot can only keep me away for so long. But, do go on. What deal do you have to offer me?
I was in a spiritual pact with a previous friend of mine. Unfortunately, I've lost access to their power. So I'm looking for a different avenue of sorts.
Yes. It seems like he moved on. And you're alone. Poor little you.
Still your tongue. Even if this goes through, you will not be my friend.
I don't wish to be your friend. Humans are mere toys, playthings, mediums. But make your offer. What do you offer me? Freedom? I'll get that on my own.
A means to accelerate whatever plans you may have by having a physical agent that you no longer do have.
Make a persuasion check.
This is so fucked up. Making a deal with Isaac. So fucked.
God.
So fucked.
Please. Hold on.
A body, you say? Hmm. Grant me access for 1 hour a day. Free will, free reign.
That's
And the
not how
deal.
this works.
Oh, but why not? You simply step away from the steering wheel for 30 minutes. That's all I require.
I know what kind of havoc you would wreak. I'm not stupid.
You wouldn't have total non-control. You'll still be there, passenger seat.
Just like you gave passenger seat to the previous one.
That was a little bit different. That pack was formed out of necessity. Ours
So-
will be more dual relationship. Do we have a deal? And you feel like a no, I don't want to say digital, but a spiritual hand almost like extend itself, like in your mind, like like he wants to take on a deal.
Sorry. But even if I primarily look out for myself and no one else, I'm still not evil.
Fine. No access, only access to my powers. But eventually I will be allowed to be free, correct? Or not?
Depends on exactly what your plans entail.
I have no plans right now. I just want to be out of this ghastly prison that you've trapped me in. It's rather dark in here.
If you want, I could simply crush the token, and you'd be drifting among the astral sea alongside every other dead person.
Yes, I would. Eventually, I would reform. It would suck and take me a while, but it's not the first time.
As I'm sure it won't be the last.
Fair enough. So, what would you like me to do? What would you like to do? What do you want? Oh, I see it. A city. A love. Children. Oh, it's a happy life you dream of. A city restored. A people refound. Oh, I could give you that. I could help with that. I just need out of here. What harm could I do if I'm bound to you? You would obviously, being the strong type that you are, you would keep me in check. Am I not wrong?
Unfortunately, without a spirit to channel, we're pretty much nothing more than commoners.
I could make you much more than a commoner. And he flashes, a brief flash through your mind, and you see yourself clad almost like you were with Ozzy. The black dragon scale, except for a deep hued red with two horns that come up the top and around, dark jet black eyes, and two giant wings. And you can almost sense yourself through this vision how incredibly strong you would be. I could give you a little bit. If you're not going to make a deal with me, at least let me go back to sleep. You're rather boring.
I suppose I should. I have a girl waiting on me. Enjoy your next few centuries.
Appreciated.
And I'll smudge part of the communication circle.
Sounds good. And the link ends.
Worth a shot. And he'll start to head back towards the manger.
That was stressful.
You slowly make your way back towards the manger. Towards the city on a kind of late evening type day. Anybody else?
So I would eventually get up, and I have a thought in my head, which leads me out of the room and downstairs. Is anybody up or in?
I do think Martin would have gotten up first. He was feeling quite a bit better than you and Kaz. And he'd be down just eating already.
Okay.
Trying to get in a breakfast before it turns to lunchtime, you know.
Seeing them down there, I would kind of put my finger up and be like, I'll be right back. Make sure Yvonne doesn't put breakfast away. And I will head out the door really quickly. Not running or anything, just quickly.
Okay. You make your way out and into the day. It is a nice kind of late fall type day. Gorgeous weather. Sun is out.
I would head towards oh my goodness. Actually, I would head for the main gates of the, I don't know, what do you call it? The castle, the fortress. the keep, whatever.
Okay.
Tower.
Tower. Not Alina's tower, specifically like where Baitwolf is.
Oh.
Okay.
I'd head there.
Okay. Takes you like 10 or 15. Not too bad.
Once I get there, I would ask one of the guards if I could have a quick audience with Baitwolf. I had some very important information to share with him.
Oh, yeah, I could pass on the information real quick. 1 second. And he like walks inside. Okay. About 10 minutes later, he will see you. He is just having his daily lunch.
Excellent. I would go inside and just make my way up to him quickly.
You see a man in a giant silk robe sitting on a throne with like a miniature table and just like scooping food into his mouth.
I would approach, but be courteous and kind of bow my head.
Stop that. Just what? Trying to eat here.
Just wanted to let you know so that you don't hear through the grapevine that we just returned, and maybe other happenings, but I just wanted to inform you that the dragon that may have been causing the seething winter around here was slayed last night.
It did notice the weather shifted. I was not sure as to what was happening. I greatly appreciate it.
Has anyone heard anything of the other dragon?
The other dragon.
I understand there's also a black dragon. This one was white.
The last that we heard, the black dragon seems to have left and is heading westward towards the witch's hex.
How long ago was that?
About a day ago.
Okay. Thank you. I just thought it would be important to let you know. And also see if you had heard that, if the other dragon was still around here or not. So, it's heading towards the witch's hex.
We think so. Scouts did see a giant black-winged creature heading in that direction.
Okay.
We're not sure why.
Perfect. Thank you. I won't take any more of your time.
No worries. Good to see you guys doing well.
Appreciate it.
And he goes back to just shoving his face full of food.
I'll leave and head back to the Ranger Major.
Okay. Anybody else?
Just let me know when I get back.
It doesn't take you very long. Pretty much by the time Freya goes and does this, and she's on her way back to the Ranger Major, you will have made your way there. Unless anybody was doing anything else in the meantime.
When Freya and Jane get back, they would see Morn looking over the axe in one hand, and then the other hand shoveling food into his mouth.
Well, was this axe handed to you?
Yeah, his
Because I
hand-
know... Okay.
Yeah, I'll say to Morn, this was the axe of the mountain. You're the only mountain I know now, so it's yours.
Yeah, Morton will get it. Morton will take it and swing it a couple times in the kitchen. Hopefully not hitting
For
anything.
as big as this axe is, it feels like a feather in your hands. Like usually with your other axes, when you swing them with two hands, you feel a force behind this. This you feel even like you could hold it out with one arm and hold it out like directly out in front of you and it feels like nothing. But for some reason, when anybody else goes to pick it up, it is incredibly heavy.
Yeah, I'll pluck it out of Kaz's hand like a toothpick.
Yeah. Easy enough.
I'm like struggling to.
Oh yeah, you're barely even getting it
Hand it
off
to
the
you.
ground. You're like dragging it and shoving it across the ground. You guys can all hear it like across the floor.
Like screeching, grinding iron.
Yeah.
As this is happening, I would plunk down at the breakfast table and just inform them that I let Beowulf know of the dragon and that he informed me that the black dragon is actually heading towards Witch's Hex for their scouts.
Did he give you any money for killing that dragon?
You know, I didn't think to ask because I didn't think we needed it, but I can always go back if you want.
That cheap ass. Just
Oh.
keep eating.
Kaz
Cheap
has
ass king.
hundreds of thousands of gold and is like, did we get any gold?
It would have been nice to offer at least.
Oh, he was in the middle of breakfast, to be fair. I probably didn't catch him at the best time. I just didn't want him to find out that we were back and that the dragon was slain and not hear from us, given our track record. So I thought it would be good to let him know as quickly as possible. I'd get
So,
a plate of food, start eating.
Iwath shows his face once more.
Who?
Sorry. If you know Elvish, you would know this to mean the shadow.
Oh, okay. The Shadow.
Yes.
That's his name.
You could say it's a bit of a less than affectionate nickname.
Seems to have a history with your people, but know a lot about him just from Henri.
Right.
Well, if we did want to head to the Witch's Hex, we may very well run into him.
We need to talk first.
Oh.
About?
He sort of like looks around, trying to think really hard about what to say. You've never really seen him this like distressed before. He's always usually very nonchalant, very chill. But finally, he says, you know all those storybooks about ghosts, right?
Some of them, yeah.
About how the only reason ghosts remain on the material plane is because they have unfinished business. And once that business is done, they're allowed to pass away. It's a common fairy tale.
I've heard it once or twice.
Yes. Well, let's just say that, he puts his hood up and pulls it down over his eyes. Ozzy is no longer with me.
I'll frown a little bit, especially knowing how much Jaden talks about Ozzy and how they seem inseparable for many reasons. I'm sorry. Are you okay? Does it affect you in any way, him departing?
Despite him being what he was a good friend. I'll be alright, but since you're talking about this now, I might as well give you his history lesson, because he sure didn't give me all of it. So chuckles weakly. Ozzy was Umbra's brother.
Umbra is Shadow.
I'll nod.
Yes.
Ah,
He was nice. Maybe not nice is the right word, but complacent for a black dragon. He didn't like to kill as much as his brother did. His brother didn't like that very much, and so he killed him. That's when I found him. And I agreed to offer him mutual agency on this plane if we would eventually kill his brother in revenge. Well, apparently, he left out a little bit of history regarding some loose ends that he needed to tie up. Apparently, his biggest regret in life was not that he died at the hands of his brother, but something that he did to that white dragon that we fought. And so, being that his biggest regret was tied up, it was time for him to go.
So you didn't know that he would leave after killing Brigadier?
I did not.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. If anything, I'm very sorry to you all, as dragging me along on any of your adventures would now just be fishing up dead weight.
can we get you a new dragon? Or something?
Finding an errant spirit with strong enough emotions to linger on the material plane is difficult enough as it is. I don't think it would be possible in such a short time frame. So, as of now, I am essentially powerless.
I couldn't do magic for a long time either, and I thought I was useless, but I wasn't.
It's very true. Not all of your
Yeah.
power came from Ozzy.
You're still welcome to come with us if you want.
I appreciate this sentiment, but it's not exactly how spirit channelers work. It's not just an art for us, it's a way of life, so to speak. It is in our tradition to not take up anything else as a profession.
Oh,
So you say that it's not easy to find one just in passing. Is there a place we could go to acquire one? Someplace maybe more concentrated with spirits that might be willing to bond with you, or however that works?
If you know of any such person, creature that had enough gusto to remain and that has died very recently, then maybe.
oh,
Maybe.
Oh,
Maybe the ruins of a temple on a cursed island. With the dragon heading there.
Out of character. Bond Jaden with Kaylin.
That's what I was
Oh,
thinking. Yeah,
my
yeah.
God.
That's why
Character
Martin asked
inception. Character
how
inception.
recent do they have to die?
Oh my
Depends
god.
on what type of person they were. Although I would not advise taking me over to the ruins of Vexville, I would likely not even survive the voyage.
Why not?
To be frank, a simple sword slash could kill me.
Wow, you're not
Oh.
joking.
When pacts are made with spirits, we gain a lot from them. Constitution, fortitude, mental acuity, least of all power. Like I said, I am nothing more than a commoner now.
I
There
think
has
we
to be
could
something.
protect you.
I appreciate you all trying so hard, but it's going to be very hard. I have things that I can do in the meantime. Suppose if I must, I will have to take up traditional exorcisms, just like Sheena has, as much as they bore me.
They might bore you, but they're a lot safer, and I will be there to keep an eye on you, my love.
I know.
Martin's not smart enough to insight check what you're saying, but he is going to insight whether or not you actually look like you're that weak. Like, does your character actually look like he would get struck down if Martin just swung his axe?
Oh yeah,
Wholeheartedly.
wholeheartedly.
There's something Morn being the barbarian warrior and having that instinct that you do, you don't gotta roll very high. You look at him and he no longer has that like stand up straight in your fucking face attitude like he could take the world. He looks very yeah. It wouldn't take much.
Well, if you can't do it yourself, is there anything we can do to bring something to you?
There are ways. If you find any errant spirits on the ruins of Vexville, I believe there are wizard spells that can trap souls. Magic jar, soul cage. I'm not sure if you have anything among that in your repertoire.
Kaz might. Look at Kaz and raise an eyebrow.
Heard it.
It's no trouble, like I said. Don't lose yourself over it, like I said. It's just a matter of circumstances.
You know, there's a certain admiration in the consistency of a regular life. You know what I mean?
Perhaps.
You might have the chance to go back to regular life. The rest of
Regular
us-
life isn't something that we're afforded. It's
Well, what you consider a regular life.
fair enough. But I will keep an eye on him and we'll be around. Unless you wish to stay, Jaden.
No. Like I said. Did wait.
Alwyn will go over to Jaden and put a gentle hand on his shoulder. I know what it's like to feel like you've lost a part of yourself. For me, perhaps it was a bit more literal. Kind of gestures to his eyes.
Thank
Do
you.
what you must to regain that peace. You'll be the better for it.
Right.
Freya's gonna frown, seeing everybody kind of give these like goodbye sentiments. I'm gonna go over to Jaden and just give him a big hug.
Like I said, I'm not exactly dying here. I'll be around.
You still have a place here as long as you'll have it. But it definitely won't be the same without having you around.
You'll get on by. That's what people like you do.
Well, whether you find another spirit or not, I hope that what you do find is fulfillment.
Well said.
If you need any classical exorcisms done, you know where to find me.
Thank
Well,
you.
we actually
Wait,
might.
we don't actually. Where would we find you? Where are you going?
Look towards
You
Shino.
know.
We might though. What did you think of what happened to Jason? You
Did
saw
you catch?
that, right?
Yes. Did you catch a look at him, dear?
I did.
Uh,
Do you not know what he is?
Is that to us? We don't know what he is.
No.
He's a dragonborn. Obviously.
Well, he looks kind of like one, but he has wings.
Dragons have wings. They come in different types. There's dragonborns that come with no tails and no wings. There's some with very long tails and no wings. Some with short tails and very large wings.
No. Martin's like visibly panicking as she's saying this. And he's like, no, I recognize what's happening. And the last time no one believed me either. And then, well, Kaylin and Freya nearly both died.
He walks at you, hands on both your shoulders. Honey, for a living, I fuck up demons. I think I know one when I see one.
It's not like any dragonborn I've ever seen before.
Oh, he's a big one. That's for sure. I am a little bit curious. And she like kind of like turns towards Jaden and gives you like a little wink. But not that curious, honey.
Right. You do know
But-
that not only devils inhabit the nine hells, right? There's all manner of creatures down there, and every single one of them has a chance of being warped by the demonic energies down there, or infernal, I should say.
Correct.
So
But he
he's
doesn't-
But he
dragonborn.
changed into that
That's
willingly.
I have no idea. I was not there. I can only go off of the feelings and assumptions that I get when he walked through that door this morning. He didn't give off that energy, that vibe.
He was here this morning.
I realize maybe some hypocrisy here, but that seems really deceptive to you know, have a different form and not tell anybody about it.
Fucking Kaz for the first 30 sessions.
It's kind of fucked up.
Well, I guess there's just that worry that, okay, maybe he is just a dragonborn that can change into one at will. But there's also that worry that there's something else going on.
What did he call himself again?
Why don't we ask him?
Etragon?
Uh-oh.
Judge?
Oh,
Oh,
Power went out.
power just went out.
Oh no!
Rip. Yeah, sound freeze with his can back up in the air.
Ginge,
I thought he was just
no.
chugging that long. I didn't realize he froze.
I know. I
Like,
did for a
wow.
second too. I was like, "Get it,
I was
man."
like, holy cow, man.
Get it, get it. Get it, get it.
Get some air.
What's going on over there?
This commercial break is brought to you by Charmin Ultra.
Enjoy the go with Charmin Ultra Strong.
Thank you, Ray. Follow it right up.
I'm too good at that.
Oh man. There you go.
Dad!
Come on back, yo.
I can't wipe my own ass.
Need the Charmin!
Testing, testing.
Testing.
Check.
Mic check.
That one has a little buzz to it.
Yeah. We might be ending this a little earlier than we thought.
Uh-oh.
Oh, lose Kaz now?
No, I
No,
think
I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
If the power went out both in Rochester and down in Texas, I'd be a little scared.
that would be...
It's like the entire
Back
grid's
online.
going
Oh,
out.
he's coming back.
He's coming back.
Is this Stinch's entrance music?
It is I, the Overlord. And I have come to take back what is rightfully mine.
And to pay my electric bill.
And to, yes, pay my electric bill. Son of a bitch, it went out again. Oh, what do I pay?
In my day, we didn't have electricity.
Oh,
No.
I guess there's a storm going on outside.
Uh-oh.
Did your hamster wheel stop working?
No, everything went out. All right.
They just tripped the breaker?
I don't know.
Why
Just
is
all of a sudden everything-
It's like 60 degrees out.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm like confused. Ugh,
Yeah, it's warm and it's storming.
You don't need any tornado talk.
Yeah, no.
That's
Oh,
weird.
Thank you.
Yeah, don't say that. Okay, loading everything back up.
No, thank you.
Little intermission.
Just a tish. I hope everyone pee. I'm back.
We all had a chance to enjoy the go.
With Charmin Ultra Strong.
I'm playing Jeopardy music on stream.
You should play the intermission music from Monty Python.
Right?
Oh god.
Oh,
Okay.
When they have that like 10-second intermission when they're crossing the bridge.
There he goes.
true.
All right. So, I think I am back in. Yep. Okay. So, where were we?
Times.
I had just
Uh,
asked Freya, what did Jason call himself when he transformed?
Etrigon?
He sort of like looks to his left shoulder and peers into his mind. Damn it. And he looks back. Sorry, muscle memory.
Tragic.
Does that ring any bells to you, dear?
No. I don't believe I've ever heard of a demon or abyssal of that name. I could be wrong, but no.
There you have it, I suppose.
Hmm. Well, it would all be much easier if we could just talk to him, but we would have to find him first.
Yes, that is the first step. Conversations are always nice. You never know what you might uncover. Maybe he was tortured, he has a rough past. He's, violent and a ruffian type. Yes, it could be. Interesting. She looks at the whole room and just, what? Just making an assumption.
Found Sheena's kink.
Well, I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding him. You heroes are good at things like that.
Gotta tell you, I really don't like being called that.
I don't either.
Well, don't get too annoyed and smack me because you'll most likely kill me.
Or you'll like it.
It's alright. We can just declare non-lethal damage, and then you'll be fine.
Oh, is that how it works?
You'll just have severe CTE, permanent brain damage.
Non-lethally cut off your head.
Be like they like Batman in the Arkham games, like beating the shit out of all those dudes, and like you wonder how none of them end up in the hospital.
It's
Oh,
just a
wholeheartedly.
wound.
Wasn't that a Kojima bit where he's like, "We don't kill," and he throws the star at the dude's throat? It's like, you just killed that man. He's dead. No, he's not. He's just sleeping.
He's just sleeping.
Love that show. But, well, what do you think?
It is but a scratch.
A scratch.
Should we set off today? Where do you want to go?
Your mom's house.
Hey.
And she
Oh,
kind of
God.
like steps
That is
close
there.
to Jaden and like slides her fingers into his hands. We can go wherever you want to.
I think we might as well have a look around the entirety of town, see if anybody's dealing with rumblings of paranormal activity. Might as well start learning how to earn some money as an actual exorcist, I suppose.
Well, I mean, you did fight a dragon, so we do get a small cut of that, do we not? And she like looks at Kaz, like stares directly at you.
She knows where the money bags are.
Yeah.
Kaz is watching a raven fly by.
Mm.
No.
Is someone calling me? Yvonne needs me, I think. Yeah.
I mean, you can have all the money you need. Just name an amount.
I don't ask to be the richest man in the world or woman. I would just like to live comfortably. We can handle the normal type ruffian.
Is 20,000 gold a lot?
20,000 gold is plenty.
Yeah.
I think we should give him like
Let's
20,000.
give him 20,000 gold.
Like not even a dent.
Yeah, you got a lot.
So much fucking platinum.
Whatever might help.
That's more than enough to live comfortably for a while.
Well, if you guys
Probably
end
for
up
the rest
needing-
of our lives.
If you end up needing more, just let us know.
What do you think, Jaden? Should we go somewhere or should we just set up shop here? Maybe buy a house, settle down, be that normal type, maybe a shop. Exorcisms and me.
There's a house right next door to us. Do you want us to buy it? Kaz, how much does a house cost?
Well, I think that depends on the market.
I have no idea.
You know, there's a lot of factors that go into.
Freya's like
purchase.
looking for reasons to throw the money away.
Seems like the kind of thing that Woolsworth would know.
Oh yeah, where is he? Did he ever come back?
No.
Ugh. Is that maybe concerning?
Yeah.
I think I probably assumed that since he was up all night, he was asleep during the morning time.
Do you still have that link thing to talk to him?
And I would have expired, I'm sure, through a full rest.
According to the player's handbook, a noble estate costs 25,000 gold. A palace or large castle costs 500,000 gold.
Damn,
A
son.
noble estate is as small as it goes.
Just looking for like a shop.
Let's see. There's like a trading post is 5,000 gold. A guild hall is 5,000 gold. A keep or a small castle is 50,000 gold. An outpost or fort is 15,000 gold. An abbey is 50,000 gold.
Look at the abbey.
Maybe like an outpost. I
I
don't
think
know.
it's like a small house.
Yeah.
It's like a convent.
Like an abbey would be nice. I think that's like a smaller house. Yeah.
Yeah.
But not like small, like just a normal house.
Well, Jaden, what would you like to do, my love? Should
think
we set
now-
up shop here, or would you like to leave?
At least temporarily, we can stay here. My goal still hasn't changed, as I'm sure yours hasn't as well.
Hasn't changed for me one bit.
The means to which we will complete that goal, however, elude me now, but I'm sure we'll figure something out.
Well, when you're the strong woman type like I am, everything will be fine.
Right.
We'll figure it out, Jaden.
You're welcome to stay here as long as you need to. And if you do decide that you want to set up shop here, I'm sure we can find a good spot.
Thank you for the generosity. You've already shown a lot. But I would make haste in your search for that Etrigon fellow, or whatever his name was.
Oh, right. Gonna have that epiphany again that Woolsworth didn't come back and Etrigon is still out there. And head for the door.
Trigon, what have you been up to?
He's been setting everything on fire.
Polpon's burning.
Burn it down, burn it down, burn it down.
We don't need no water. Let the mother.
Let the bodies at the floor.
I am in a. I found a barn to take shelter in. It's not dark out yet, right?
It's been a full night, so we can kind of backtrack a little bit. So yeah, you escaped into the night. You found a barn. Did you go to sleep?
I rested. I don't need to sleep, per se.
Okay.
I just need to. It was a full rest. If I need to sleep, it's only for a couple hours. In this form.
Okay.
So was it dark when they were having their conversation just a little bit ago?
No, this is in the morning. This
Okay.
is after their full 8-hour rest.
Okay. I've just been in the shed or the barn, trying to make as little noise as possible while I'm tending my wounds and eating one of the cows that's in there.
Okay.
What the fuck?
We're already getting into some murder of some kind.
I mean, we eat cows too. Let's not
True.
get too carried away.
Not
He's just
raw, though.
eating it though. He's just eating the cow.
I mean,
He's not
I
butchering
assume
it
you
and
guys
cooking
do.
it.
Yeah. Maybe you guys are vegetarians. Most of us eat cows anyway. Hey, man, some people like it rare.
Yeah.
I'm just
Mhm.
trying to keep out of sight because I don't think there's nothing like me around, and I don't want to bring attention to myself unless I have to.
Okay. Anything else?
I'm definitely, kind of going over what just happened a few hours ago, and I'm putting a lot of focus into my hand where that gem is at.
Yep. Okay. Is that pretty much what you're doing then for the time being?
Yes.
Okay. And you're just staying there until what we talked about kind of happens?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. So that'll take... Yeah, so you're still there then while the conversation is being... while they've finished out this conversation. So it's probably about... It's about 1, maybe 2 o'clock at this point in the afternoon. And Freya, you had left to go find him and or Woolsworth?
Mhm.
Okay.
I'll
would
start
hang out with
searching.
Freya.
Yeah, I think I'll come with you.
Searching alleyways, nooks
Yeah.
and crannies.
Might
Yeah,
have
if Woolsworth is not in his room,
more eyes on the keys.
we'll head out and look for him.
What role is that? Perception or investigation?
Perception if you're just looking, and investigation if you are actually going to, take the time to, get down on your hands and knees and, look for stuff.
I'd be just looking.
Or ask people.
Yeah, or ask people. Okay. Freya, are you...
I'm
are
trying.
you... Okay. Okay. I would say between Morn and Freya, it takes you the better part of about... probably 2 hours, hour and a half, not very long. And you wander around the city for a while only to come back around, and the barn that is actually attached to the building behind, you see large tracks and a door partially off the hinge.
Oh, maybe he's in there. I go take a peek.
Okay. You walking in, taking a peek?
Uh-huh.
Okay. You open the door, and sitting against the back wall, legs out and kind of wings semi-unfurled, and you just see kind of like a half-snoozing, hands across the chest, partial wounds are wrapped up, seems to be resting, and just blood.
I'd probably jump initially seeing it, just kind of being shocked, not expecting to actually see him sitting there and whatever. And then I'd just probably stand there and stare at him.
Like a creep.
Yeah, like a creep. Watching him sleep. Thinking about how he's got a pretty mouth.
Oh my god.
No kink shame.
Dem wings. It's the wings for me.
Oh, God.
Okay.
I would just stare at him, kind of a little worried.
I'll use the telepathic bond or whatever. And should we confront him here?
That thing's long expired.
Oh, okay.
It would have been gone when we woke up.
Oh, okay. I'll whisper then.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we should.
I pull out my great axe.
If anything gets really out of hand, the three of us can take him. I don't think it'll come to that though.
I'm gonna pick up a pebble off the ground.
What do you mean, 3 of us?
Is there a pebble
Oh,
on
I'm
the
sorry,
ground?
Alwyn. I didn't realize you came too.
Is
Uh,
what?
Is there a pebble on the ground or rock or something?
Yeah, I mean, you see small, like, little pieces of rock, yeah.
And pick one up and toss it at him really gently.
Okay, roll to attack.
Crit 1 hits me in the eye.
I just rolled unarmed. I don't know if that's correct or not. Whatever.
I mean, he's sleeping and he's prone. You definitely have advantage.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, 13.
Yeah.
I'll just try to prestidigitate like some wind in his face, like someone's blowing in his face.
Oh,
Make it stinky.
You
can't
feel
make it to you.
you feel like a rush of air and then kind of a tink along the top of your forehead. Etrigon.
I sit up immediately.
Okay. He watches this form just kind of like, and quickly, just like, he doesn't take like a battle pose, but he sits up very quickly.
I'd probably stumble backwards because I would say I'm on on edge, tossing this pebble at him, just like waiting for him to move, and then he just kind of jumps up. So I'd probably jump back.
Can I see her? Do I know who it is?
Yeah, it's the middle of the day. You're able to see very
She
clearly.
didn't declare stealth.
Yeah.
Correct. I wasn't being stealthy. I was just trying to be gentle, but I'm a little bit off put. So I was just startled when he sat up quickly, so I probably stumbled back.
I'm gonna go to my feet and take a couple steps forward, and and when I do that, you can kind of feel the ground rumble or vibrate underneath my footsteps.
He's pooping.
You see more intense in the grip on his axe and almost get it ready, as if you'd swing it if you got any closer.
I see Morn take hold of his axe, and I stop immediately, and I just say, Etrigon means you no harm. Why have you thrown a rock at me?
I was trying to wake you up. I didn't want to be too close and startle you, and I was just trying to wake you up.
Well, I'm up.
Was this a secret that you couldn't share?
Can we possibly talk about this inside? I don't want anybody to see me.
No one can
I
see
brought
us.
an omelet.
Wait, did Ginge go out again?
No one
Oh,
can hear us. No one can see us here.
I have just the thing. I'm going to cast Rope Trick. Where is it?
Oh.
Just cast it like right in front of me.
Okay.
And kind of like put my arms to the door and look at him. After you.
So is that like another,
Oh, sorry. It's I
Okay.
didn't even. I apologize. It's like a
is it
pocket
like a
dimension.
mirror dimension? Okay.
So it's just like a little doorway, and when you go inside, it'll look like you're in a really nice little home, like in I don't know, like a great room of a nice little home. Think of Hobbit hole. It's like a Hobbit hole.
Like
Abysses.
I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna look at it and I mean, I don't know what this is.
Climb up.
Upsy daisy.
Expect me to walk through this portal and
Yeah.
trust you? You don't trust me to come on in through the barn?
So I didn't put it
Well,
up in the
bird,
air.
if
I
you want.
literally just kind of put it in front of me. I didn't put it up high. Well, to be fair, you did keep a pretty big secret from us that has caused us to worry a little bit. And since you want somewhere private to speak without going out into the town, this is the next best thing. I'll walk through the door first just to show them that it's like not a trap or it's not a cage or something, because I would be in it too.
Is everybody going into this or just us two?
Everybody.
Okay.
It can fit all of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will make this bargain. I will go in there only if everybody disarms. No magic, no weapons.
You're not in a position to bargain. And Morn hold his cracks even tighter.
Yeah, what? Why? I thought we were on the same page here. We just killed a dragon together, man.
But you also want me to go into this portal of some kinds. And I take off my armor and all my weapons, and you can see just massive scars all over my body. And I am completely unarmed. I have no armor on me whatsoever.
Look,
And
look, man. If we were here to harm you, we would have just let Morton hit you with the axe while you were laying down.
I could have done that.
We've killed people in a barn before.
As soon as
You
Kaz
saw him
says
in the-
that,
You saw him
I
in battle.
I unfurl my wings and I take like a big battle stance and I say, "You think you can harm me?"
It's not an issue. Let's go in the portal and I'll just walk through it.
Jesus, come on. You just imagine Kaz like all flustered. Just shut up.
Get in.
I look more at Morn than anybody else when I say that.
Morn standing firm with his great axe, and he kind of motions with his great axe towards the portal.
Yeah, Morton may fight you.
Morton just killed a fucking dragon to get this axe. He's not about to set it down in a barn.
Fair point.
Can you at least sheath your axe?
Unsheath my sword.
Morton lowers the axe by maybe visibly, like half an inch.
Fine. I pick up my whip and I walk through the portal. Still, no armor.
Morton will follow behind.
I'll kind of raise my eyebrows at Morn and Kaz. And once everybody's inside, I'll close the door. Well, no one can hear us in here but us. This is my space. Not to be confused with my space, but it's my space.
It's
Is
canon.
Tom here?
It's canon.
It's Tom!
Tom's in the corner just
Oh,
waiting on someone to log in.
Oh
What's
my
up, guys? Hey, can you just make sure to change your MySpace music? Rock on.
Dude, I was
I've
friends
been
with
here
Tom.
the whole time.
I was friends with Tom. I don't know about
Everyone's
you guys.
friends with Tom.
Whatever.
It's
I
not
was
important.
friends with Tom.
Not at all.
I'm too much
still
of a
friends with Tom.
ginger. I know my face.
So
Too fresh of blood.
now would probably be a good time to set the record straight, since, we would like to all trust each other, which is why secrets are never good.
Secrets are lies.
Especially when you find those secrets out in the heat of battle.
Keep it secret.
Keep it
Keep
safe.
it safe.
I look towards Morn and I just kind of make like a grunt sound, kind of like what a bull does, through his nose. And And then I turn back to Frey and I say, ask what you want. Edragon will be honest.
Well, I felt like we knew of you from what you told us about where you came from and what's kind of happened to you. But what of this, I don't know, form that you are? You were human before.
I just kind of look and I say, this is Edragon's form. This is who Edragon is.
Then who was the other form?
That is Edragon. Edragon and Jason are one.
It's like the ending to Primal Fear.
Why do they both have a different
What's our
name
face?
if they're one?
And how did you become one? Since most can change shape, but being two separate entities combined into one is usually very uncommon.
Jason is my slave form. The gem in my hands is what releases my true being, the being that you see now.
So this other form that you have, is this something that only just recently happened because of this gem?
No, I've had this for as long as I can remember.
Then what does the gem have to do with it? Is the gem something you've had forever or only since being a slave?
Since being a slave, as far as what I can remember, I've been a slave for most of my life.
Then I don't understand how you've had this for as long as you can remember, but the gem is an important piece to you being able to unleash your true form. What was it like before having the gem then?
Before the gem is what you see now. I am part demon, yes, but I am more dragonborn than anything else. I am not like any other dragonborn you've ever seen, as you can see.
And this gem allows you to take on another form so that you can blend in with the world, presumably.
That is correct.
So you are a demon.
Part. But I am more dragonborn than demon. I was cast out as a young dragonborn because of the way I looked. And that's when, out of character, who was the person in the mech suit in the prison?
That would have been Baron.
Gregarian?
Yes, Gregarian Trumpsvane.
Gargarian?
Gregarian.
Greygarian?
Yep, Gregarian.
Okay.
Like Greg, and then Arian.
Oh, okay. Greg Arian's people found me as a young dragonborn, and I was taken away because of how I looked. And they've done horrendous tortures to my body, as you can see.
Look, I've come to be friends with people that are not necessarily fit in very well. But why didn't you tell us about this? You knew at some point being with us you would have to fight. Why wait until the heart of a battle that we could have lost due to what you did to tell us? That doesn't make us want to trust you.
You don't need to trust me. I stayed as Jason to protect you, to protect myself.
I do need to trust you. If you're part demon, if I don't trust you, I'll have to kill you right now.
You can try.
Why don't we all take a deep
But
breath?
um,
Warren's like slightly shaking a little bit, but he's trying to stay calm. And he kind of is looking back and forth at Freya and Kaz. And then looking at Etrigan. He's looking at all three of you kind of.
you all helped me out of the prison, and because of that, my life is in your debt. But I didn't know who any of you were, and I couldn't risk exposing myself unless I absolutely had to.
Well, now you have. So since we
We've
know,
all. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so since we know what your form is, obviously there's two ways this can go. Can either trust us and want us to in turn trust you by not keeping secrets, or the alternative is not trust us and fear that you will be captured or killed.
Not necessarily by us, just in general.
Make sure you point that out.
Yes.
A puzzled look goes across Morton's face.
Let's all try to use I statements as we navigate these waters. I understand that we all have a need to hide sometimes. And I would just like to feel safe in our close group of people.
Friends.
I don't think that is unreasonable.
I feel like I need to kill someone when they say they're a demon.
That's not exactly the de-escalation technique that I was hoping for.
Yeah, I
Although
lost it.
you did technically follow the guideline.
Don't like. That was just too much. Continue. I'm sorry for interrupting. Continue. I will flip my mic up next time.
Well, I feel like we're all friends and we all trust each other and look out for each other, take care of each other. And it's really hard to do that when someone doesn't want to trust you or doesn't want you to know about them.
You see me grip my my whip as hard as I can, to where it's almost like a white knuckle thing, and I'm clenching my other fist as well. And I take a few steps towards you all, and I bellow, I will never be a captive ever again. But I also need to learn how to trust again. And I look towards Morn again. And I loosen my grip on my whip and I lay it on the floor. And I kind of
And you attack. What? Okay.
Roll initiative.
I drape my wings, around my neck, and I take a knee and I say, I will fight with you guys until the end.
I will extend my hand down towards him. As friends?
I suppose.
There's no debt between the people in this space. You don't have to stay with us if you don't want to. We're not making demands of you.
This is not a demand. As Dragonborn, we honor our debts. And we honor our word.
But that's why I said as friends. We fight together as friends. You're not our slave. You can come and go as you please. Just ask that you trust us and allow us to trust you by not keeping secrets that might endanger us.
I can't promise the secret thing. But I will promise that I will fight at your side as friends.
We've all, in some form or another, have been captive. We're not interested in moving from being captive to captor.
Kaz was. Kaz did try to get some slaves, but...
Wait, what?
What?
Oh, sorry, that was
What?
totally that was out of character. Kaz did become a very esteemed
Edragon unfurls his wings.
slave purchaser.
I do technically still own though. I do
You
own a
do.
couple people.
I may have a
But
few.
You don't
it's a
own anything
totally different
because no. You own nothing because you never stayed long enough to have the papers drafted. So you
Well,
own
also-
shit.
Also,
better.
I think we can believe that pretty much everyone that we saw there is blasted to oblivion when the city
No,
went up
they
in flames.
they came with us. We brought them back.
Yeah, you guys took all of them.
Oh, they went through the portal with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They're here. They're
Ew,
here in
ew.
Jupiter.
so Kaz would be like, I keep my slaves in my other house.
My summer house.
They're around here.
They're in the keep, doing their own thing. Anyway. Yes, we've
there's-
all had some form of, I don't know, vice in our past. A lot of us have been captive. We're trying to fight against those who do that.
I lost one friend and nearly lost another due to demons. I want to trust you, but it's hard.
You have to prove us wrong.
I stand back on my
That's a
feet.
good I statement.
And I look at
I
Morn and I tell him that yes, I am part demon, but I'm more dragonborn than demon.
Like the fourth time. Sometimes you gotta be repetitive with Morn.
Always.
We did share a battle together. No better way to build trust than to fight alongside one another.
Then we go as brothers and sisters.
Morn
Wow.
hesitantly kind of lowers his grip on the axe and starts walking out of the room.
You can't. Only I can open the door.
Oh, I can't leave?
Whoa.
It's
I
like
will
hell in a
not-
cell.
Oh.
I will not allow you to leave.
And if we are
Will
going to work
enter.
together,
One will leave. This
I need
hell in a rope trick.
one shall stand, one shall fall. I need someone to get me a giant cloak if possible, so that way I can somewhat walk around.
So, question: can you turn back and forth at will, or how does it work?
No, I have. So every time I'm out
As
of
you are
character,
saying that, the red gem on the palm begins to pulse. As you have spent the appropriate amount of time focusing on it. And you pretty much know what that means for you.
I cannot change at will, back and forth. I need time to focus my energies back into the gem, which is why when I do change into my form that you see now, I have to be careful. I can't just walk around in broad daylight and bring attention to myself.
You're not the only one of us like that.
And as I feel it pulse, again, you see the storm clouds above my head, and I close my fist as hard as I can, and a bolt of lightning comes back down, and a big cloud of smoke, and then you see Jason again.
It's a neat party trick.
It hurts. It's not something I like to do. I am sorry I didn't tell you from the beginning, but
What
I had
if
to be
we know-
careful.
What if we knew somebody that could remove the demon from you?
There's no such thing. There's no one that can do that. Right?
I think we know somebody.
We know some powerful people. It might be able to do something. If you want. Only if you want.
You met him. You traveled with us.
Oh yeah, you did. You met Bobo.
Oh, have I met him yet?
Bobo? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Oh, did I? Okay. Wasn't sure if I did.
I was thinking Jaden, because he helped you, Freya, when you had a demon in you.
Oh yeah.
What if he could help?
If you wouldn't mind having our companion Jaden look at you, he did. He assisted removing a demon that was attached to me.
I think what Jason is saying is that there's not a demon that is possessing him. Rather, somewhere in his bloodline, there is some creature from one of the outer planes in his bloodline somewhere down the line. Not that
like a
not that a
demigod.
literal demon is possessing him.
Oh.
Oh.
So it's like how one of Selena's parents is an elf. And so
Yes.
Oh.
Exactly.
Oh, Warren. Oh.
So there's nothing really to exercise away.
You can't exorcise demon from the blood?
Now, if he could find a way to remove this gem, that I might be interested in at some point,
He might be able to.
as I do want to return to my homeland and be with my kind.
Where's your homeland?
I don't know.
Don't say the Nine Hills.
No, I am not from this house place that you speak of. I'm from this plane.
Well, I'm sure Jaden would be happy to look at it if you ever wanted.
But for now, I will remain as Jason to protect you guys. And if I have to, I will release Edrigan again. But for now, you don't have to worry about him.
We have a butler. Real night owl. Sometimes wanders out into the city at night. It's a weird habit. Did you see him by chance last night?
As you say that, Kaz, a tap on your shoulder.
No. We're in a pocket dimension.
Oh yeah, never mind.
I go to pick my teeth. No, I haven't seen him.
No! No! Did you really?
If you ate our butler, I have to be honest with you, because of what I said earlier. I have an honesty statement. I'm gonna be upset.
Wait, did you
I'm
really?
just gonna be disappointed.
I'm gonna look devastated. Did you really eat him? Did you eat?
I'm not gonna be mad. I'm gonna be disappointed.
Gonna
That's
be disappointed.
I look visibly worried. Did you eat our butler? Did you eat him? Did you eat a person? Did you actually eat someone? You didn't just eat you ate a person? Did you eat someone?
I found something last night that I ate.
Was
it was
a
raw.
person? Was it a person? You didn't eat a person, did you? You can't eat people. That's something that we can't do. You can't eat people. Did you eat a person? Was it a person that you ate last night? What did it look like?
No, it had 4 legs.
Oh, that's fine. Never mind.
I don't know what you call it, but it was delicious.
Okay. As long as you don't eat things on 2 legs, I guess.
Sometimes I transform into things that have 4 legs.
Yeah, you can't eat Morn either.
That's strangely a good rule of thumb.
Don't eat Morn.
But bipedal creatures should not be eaten. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're asking if I ate one of your kinds, I have not.
Where the hell is he?
I bet I'm delicious.
I only hurt the ones that deserve it. I don't seek violence.
You know what's funny? I think Kaz, being Kaz, would actually, if somebody said no, I don't think you'd taste good, would actually be curious to find out. No, can you sample, please? I bet I do.
Bet I do.
We should probably find him, since he didn't ever come home. Since we did send him, or since he did go out late.
Yes.
He usually comes back on his
He
own.
wandered, as he's like to do.
Usually he comes back, but he didn't, so it's just a little worrisome.
I'll just
out of character. I don't know that they sent him to spy on me, correct?
No.
Okay.
I'll just look at Morin and Jason and say, do we have a path forward here?
Yeah, Morin looks fine. He hasn't like reached out a hand or anything. But you can tell he actually has lightened up the grip on his axe. It's standing by his side right now.
I hesitate for a brief moment, and I let out a slight sigh, and I extend my hand out to Morn, and I ask, will there be peace between us?
I hope so. And Morn will reach out a hand. Quickly. It's not right. It's pretty fast. and quickly pulls it back.
You know, apart from words, behavior is communication. Looks at Marn.
Cass is a fucking walking fortune cookie.
Or Dr. Phil.
Oh my god.
Proud of you, bud.
I love it. Well, if we have nothing else to talk about, and since you look human again, is everybody ready to leave?
Ginge.
Yes.
Does how I perceive him change when he changes form?
Nope. He has that
Oh, okay.
same golden kind of light orange,
Campfire.
like campfirey, yeah, like glow to him.
Is there like an aura of sorts or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait.
You don't see it.
Oh wait. Wait.
No,
wait.
yeah.
Alwyn was with us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it! I keep forgetting.
I just have been quiet.
Well, you can't really see what's going on, so that makes sense.
I'm just listening.
Well, I suppose then I will open the door to the pocket dimension so individuals may exit it.
I'll walk in.
I pick up my whip and I walk out.
Okay. As
Uh,
you walk outside, and you guys kind of do take the moment to like turn to yourselves and like take a moment. A tap on your shoulder, Kaz.
Jesus Christ.
I see that you've master.
Yeah. Good
Yes.
morning.
Good morning. He's just been here for the majority of the night. Has not been doing much. He did eat the cow that we were going to have butchered for tonight, though.
what?
Cool. That's cool. I don't know why you're telling me
Can you find
any of
another
it.
cow?
I will have to go purchase another cow. Yes.
That's good. Cool.
Marn looks visibly relieved.
Did you have a good walk?
Yes. A very long nightly walk that I would be like to go to bed now.
You should get some rest.
Greatly appreciated. You have yourself a good night.
I try to I try to send him a message and realize that it doesn't work, and so I'll just whisper as he walks away. I believe in you.
Thank you. I think. And he just like turns confused and like walks off.
Kaz, when last time we went and got some weapons silvered, you said that I got too many weapons done. But now I want this weapon silvered, and I pull out the axe. Did we get enough gold from the dragon to silver this weapon?
Barely. But
Yeah.
It's okay
Yeah.
if we don't.
I think we could probably swing it.
Okay.
Probably.
We need to
Maybe.
pick up the rings anyway.
It's gonna be real tight.
Toy like a toy.
In fact, we may have to still wait
Toy.
a few days for the rings still.
I believe so. Not much longer though.
Yeah, a couple days or something.
Well, we could go check on the rings, and I could get my axe silvered.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna have a dungeon crawler store, and there's gonna be so many posters in there with Kaz sayings. I believe in you.
Believe in you.
Use I statements.
A bunch of I statements. Yeah.
Do we have a path forward?
Anything else?
What was the quote about the rat in the cage?
Oh
You don't
yeah.
want to be. You don't want to. Sometimes a rat can break out just to find himself in a larger cage. It was something like, it was
Something
something
like
like
that. Yeah.
Aw, I wish I could remember that.
that. It's recorded somewhere. I'm sure you could find it.
You let you take a caged rat and you put it in a larger cage and it feels like it's free or something like that.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Oh yeah. That sounds like something Two Beer Kaz would say.
Yep. Yeah, yep, that's it.
Quote Two Beer Kaz.
All right. Good talk,
Well,
everybody.
we wanted the silvered weapons to go to Steinthorn. So, do we want to go
True.
to? Do we want to go to the Witch's Hex first, and then, while we're waiting for the rings? I guess I don't know how long we have until the rings are done.
I really
We could
want
ask.
that.
We could ask the merchant that.
About another day?
I really
Not long.
I really want that.
If it's a day, then we can just wait.
I really want that wish. Freya hasn't forgotten about the wish.
I want the wish too, but don't
I'm-
you want to go
It's
to
not the
Steinthorn?
witch's hex where we believe the stronghold of our biggest enemy to be.
Yes, and potentially the dragon and a wish.
I think
Right.
the implication is that we
need
should.
the other weapons first.
We only have 40% of these weapons that we know of. We should probably get the rest before heading there.
Well, we were missing the staff, and we're missing the blade. What else were we missing?
Spear. Star spear.
So, will we have to craft that one?
So we need to go to Scornswald
Or Sumter.
or Sumter, yep.
The star spear has been crafted. It was crafted long ago.
Okay.
And then
we just gotta unlock the blueprint.
or find it. And then on the flip note, Kaz, you on the way out, you did grab a box.
What's in the box?
Some form, yeah, some form of a Jenga box.
Puzzle
looking
box.
deal.
Kaz!
Oh, wait.
You
that
would
could be
remember
what a
Freya told
wizard
you about the
is.
puzzle box.
Peculiar.
She told you about the puzzle box.
That could be where the
Okay.
staff is.
Stylus. It could be the stylus puzzle box thing.
The box was in the cave that we just left, or it was somewhere else?
Morn's good at puzzle boxes.
That we just left. The cave we just left.
Okay. So let's head home. We can decide where to go next. We'll look at the box together. Figure out what's in the box. I haven't seen that movie in so long. It's so good. And we can look at all the things that we got from the horde, and then decide where to go.
Oh.
Okay.
The house is 5 steps. You literally go around the barn attached to the house, and you can walk through the front door. And as you do so, Jaden and Sheena are bags packed, standing in the front living room area, giving a hug to Yvonne and shaking hands with Woolsworth.
I point out, like, hey, I didn't eat them, you see?
Thank goodness for that.
But I kind of wish I would have.
No.
Delicious.
No. He's good. We want want to keep him.
He works too hard. He doesn't have enough marbling.
He doesn't have enough marbling.
Yeah, I think he'd be pretty gamey.
Too lean.
Rather tough.
Lawrence kind
Our-
of feel like he's said goodbye, so he'll just kind of he'll just kind of step to the side.
Well, Jaden, let's explore.
Yes, quite.
Have you said your goodbyes? For now.
You know where to find us if you need anything.
Right, right. Well, then, as she so eloquently put it, I believe this is goodbye. Or at least, see you later.
So you're really leaving?
I still have a goal in mind for what I need to do. Hasn't changed.
Well,
If it doesn't work out, Woolsworth could always use an assistant.
Woolsworth's detective agency
Yeah.
needs an apprentice.
Thank you for the offer.
Please be careful out there and take care of yourself.
I'll try my best.
May you walk always in the light of the moon.
I'll nod.
They walk out the front doors. They turn back around over their shoulder. A shit-eating grin on Jaden's face as he waves goodbye. And a smirky kind of troublesome look from Sheena as she makes her way out. The door closes behind them as they walk out into the street. They look left and they look right. And it looks like they head kind of towards the front gate, but you're not really sure. As your newish friends leave for the time being.
I'm gonna let out a sigh. A little bit teary-eyed. We've lost so many. Not that we lost Jaden, but I'm gonna sit down in the living space and just kind of look at the fireplace. I don't know if there's a fire in it, but just looking at it.
You know, sometimes a situation is enriched by impermanence. People come and go. The fact that they do makes them having them here that much better.
Indeed. The thing is not beautiful because it lasts.
Oh.
I wonder if Almond comes in these streams to watch cats. Write that down, write that down.
As you guys watch Jaden and Sheena leave, you make your way to the front area. Snacks are provided. Kind of a late lunch. And Kaz litters the table with all of the new things that you acquired.
So, what have we got?
I'll sort of reach into the bag. Shit, I'm on the wrong thing. Well, the axe that Morn has, the whole thing we went for. Some armor, pull out some plate armor. Morn doesn't wear any. I don't think I could even walk in it. Then I'll look at kind of Alwyn and Jason, and maybe one of you guys will could find some use for this. I'll put these in the chat. Helps to copy the link, not the name. And then I'll take out a decanter and this requires attunement, so I don't think I'd be able to demonstrate how it works, so I'll just kind of explain to them that it's always got liquid in it, and as you uncork it, it actually becomes a weapon based on a different weapon based upon what liquid you filled it with.
Interesting.
So
There's a
have to fill it with the sort of material that the weapon itself would be made out of.
yes. So for example, if you fill it with acid as you uncork it, you would have a weapon that does acid damage.
I see. Out of character, what's this item called? Or is it a original item?
I put a picture in the chat if you want to grab it. This is a decanter of liquid weaponry.
I believe a lot of these are.
That's one of mine, baby.
Yep, these are all Mr. Jaden's creations. Most of them.
That's one of my favorites.
Yep. I've been waiting to whip this one out, but it was kind of it was a very powerful item. And I was like, okay, this is something I can't put in yet. So.
Huh. What color is that dragon full plate?
It is, it's, oh, I can't remember what I decided on. I think I wanted to decide on white, but I think I decided on black.
Ooh, those boots are sick.
Yeah, I was gonna say that looks dope.
Once again,
those are
you
fucking.
you can talk to Jaden or Mr. Frosty. Frosty made me toys, and there's so many more I haven't been introduced to the world yet, and there's some that I'm even holding on to for campaign 2. So.
Yeah, I'll keep going, and I'll take out some boots and sort of explain how they can. This is the one that reflects a spell back, right? Yeah. And then also a ring, a summoning ring that effectively works like a what's the spell called? Call lightning. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
called lightning.
Chain lightning. Wait,
Call lightning.
no,
call
call lightning is the one that's in the air. Yeah.
Yeah, because chain lightning like strings to other enemies.
Yeah.
If they're within a certain range, I think.
Yeah, you're right.
This definitely seems more like call lightning.
And then I'll pull out a carpet also, which is a carpet of flying. And then 4 stones that we got. I'll say these are basically sending stones where we can communicate back and forth to the other people that have them. And
Palantia.
and then I will take off my my kind of cloak that I have over my back, or maybe just pull it to the front, and then I'll take off the boots that I'm wearing, which are the boots of flying, wing boot, whatever they're called, boots of flying, I guess. And I'll put those on the table too. I'll say we have these also. If somebody has a use for them.
Well, and what about the cloak that you took off?
I just pulled it. I didn't take it off my body. I just got it off my back. And I'll put my boots on there, and I'll say I had a weird sort of dream last night. Do you ever learn things in your dream? And I'll take a step back, and I'll sprout dragon wings from my back. So I'll sort of, just like you've seen Kaz kind of change forms before, but this time basically just growing dragon wings on her back, and she'll say, I don't really have a need for these boots anymore. So they've been pretty handy, but they're up for grabs, I guess.
So you have wings now.
Everybody's got wings now, man.
I mean, we got the carpet of flying. You get those boots.
You ain't shit if you ain't got wings.
All the cool kids are doing it.
Much as I might like to be able to fly, that might not work out so well. If I'm the one in the driver's seat. Can't orient myself quite as easily when I'm not in contact with a solid surface.
I've gotten sort of used to the boots that I wear. Helps a big man like me stay a little quiet. But maybe that carpet can hold me.
I wouldn't mind taking the flying boots then. If nobody else needs them.
These other boots, though, they do interest me.
If no one wants the ring, I can put that to good use.
Would you not want the armor as well?
No, I'm good on armor.
It's all you.
Well, out of character, it actually would give me less AC than I have. And it would impose disadvantage on stealth checks, which my mithril plate does not.
Well, it'll be a beautiful statuette that we can have in the entryway.
Yeah. I mean,
Once we get Woolsworth trained up,
Oh God.
he'd look great in that armor. It's medium armor, I think.
Can't remember if it
But
is or isn't.
I can't wear it.
James, what liquid's inside the decanter?
Nothing right now. It can be filled with what you want.
What are the stats for the boots? Or what are they called? So I can look them up.
I don't think you're gonna be able to find those.
Your AC's over 19, Alwyn?
Yeah, it's 20.
Mm.
And with that, because it's 15 plus Dex max 4, my AC would be 18.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. The other bonuses are nice though, like the damage resistance. Or I should say the other bonus, singular. But sacrificing 2 AC. Well, I guess. No, I have the shield. That's why my AC is 20. So I guess it would be the same.
Which carpet is it? So there's multiple sizes for the carpet of flying.
4x6.
4x6.
And so as we're sort of looking this stuff over, I guess I'll take out. I want to take out my pipe and the puzzle box. See what I can glean from it.
Okay. You can either roll intelligence or arcana. Your choice. Okay. It's difficult. You see the box as you kind of mull over it. You
If I get real high,
notice-
can I roll with advantage?
We'll see in about 2 minutes.
Okay.
And how good is the sheesh? How good?
I think I still have some that I got from hell.
Oh, are you gonna hit that up?
But I also have some from the turtle in the swamp.
Yes, you do.
I think that seems more appropriate.
What are you smoking?
Let me look at what I have because I wrote it down.
Smoking?
Yeah, you got some swamp turtle pipe weed.
Oh, I
Yeah.
got
Jason's head perks up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just type with good shit in my inventory.
Yeah,
Oh,
it just says from. I
Pipe
couldn't
with
remember the
good
guy's
weed.
name, so I just put from the swamp.
Yep.
Oh fuck.
I can't remember what his name is again now.
Starts with an O, doesn't it?
Swamp thing.
I don't have my notes open anymore because everything closed when everything went down.
I want to say his name started with an O.
I felt like it was with a B.
Yeah, I think B sounds right.
Well, no, it was Delvin.
Delvin.
Yeah, Delvin.
Yes.
God damn it, Delvin!
Yeah.
Delvin, you can't stop doing that shit. God damn it, woman.
Bogberg was the village. That's why the B.
Yeah, yeah.
You had B on your brain.
I don't know where the fuck
Yeah,
I was getting
it
O
was
from.
Delvin and Mora, and then
Yep.
Cletus
Yeah.
was their kid. Was Cletus their son
Cletus!
that was taken as a prisoner?
Yes.
So whatever he had that we had traded for a long time ago, I'll try some of that.
You may roll with advantage. You are baked. This is probably some of the best stuff you've ever had.
I don't need. I'm for sure gonna figure this out.
What does it smell like?
The dirtiest skunk butt you've ever. Like, I mean, it's something
like the good shit.
like
Fabric
it's got
it's good shit.
it's got like a little like crystal like purple crystal stuff on the top of it, and then it has like this green almost moss on the side.
It's
And
got
at first
got
you're like, oh, this
plenty
is
of-
definitely Yeah, at first you're like, this is rotten as shit. And then you put it in there and you start going and you're like, what?
Plenty of Keith on that shit.
Roll for dank.
You focus for a moment. And you
This,
guys
I swear to
watch-
God. Oh my
You
God,
wa-
it didn't go into roll 20. On D&D Beyond, it was a nat 20.
Hey, let's go.
Let
Can
me roll for
confirm.
dankness,
I
and it
saw
was
the
a
roll
nat
pop.
20.
I saw the roll
It's
pop up on
dank.
my screen.
It's dank.
Okay. So you guys watch
How
as
do you
at first.
see that?
I
What?
keep getting pop-ups when you guys roll stuff.
Yeah.
Huh.
No,
Up at
you
the
know
top
why?
right.
You have to be in the campaign. You're still not in
Oh,
the campaign.
yeah,
Yeah.
Elwin's still not in it.
Yep.
Oh well.
At first you are frustrated, and this box doesn't make any sense to you. Period. And the longer you stare at it, the more frustrated you become. And you take the time and you sit there, and as you sit there, you get even more upset. And finally, you start twiddling with your side pouch in your bag. And that voice of Delvin pops in with Mora. And you're like, he did give me something good. Ah, better time than ever. And you roll a big pipe. Big pipe. You take that first hit, and that first hit, it takes you don't cough. That's how good it is. It's smooth. And it hits you, and your whole body feels like a wave. And you sit back in your chair, and you kind of do one of those, like, oh, okay, type moments. And now that you've had that moment to sit back and look at it, you notice there's patterns that run this box. And almost like you would like one of those like crossword puzzle mazes, you start to follow the lines. And as you follow them, you notice one of them dead ends at a circle. But the circle looks like it has an indent. And you press the circle. And as you do, one side of the box and opens up. And another piece pops out. And the box begins to glow like a light blue.
And does the pattern continue on the piece that comes out, or no?
Yep, the box shifts, and you see more patterns originating from that piece that popped out. The piece that popped out changed the pattern for the rest of the box.
Okay. Can I follow it again and see where it
Roll another Arcana
goes?
check. The patterns get harder, and you have issues putting it together. You can't quite piece it together for this next piece, because it's not lines this time. It seems to be almost like numerical patterns, almost like a math equation. And you can't quite seem to figure out what the next piece is.
All right. I guess I guess I'll ask if anyone here might want to take a look at it and provide help.
Maybe I can help. I've had to get good with my hands.
All right.
Start kind of feeling it. Trying to.
Oh, you said Owen, you're going to try as well?
Yeah, maybe just to help him.
Oh, okay. Go roll with advantage then, as Owen has now lended his hand.
Just kind of seeing if I can ascertain how the pieces move just by feeling them.
Okay. This next piece, it's not so much the patterns that you're following. It's almost like this mathematical equation, and Alwyn doesn't seem to be helping too much, but he keeps moving the box around. And as he does, he rotates the top on accident a little bit, and you notice the shift in the whole box, almost like you're counterclockwise the whole thing. And as you continue to make circles with it, you notice the numerical patterns line up a certain way. And you keep twisting and twisting until these 3 sets line up. And as they do, a portion on the bottom of the box opens up. And you stick your finger inside and pull out another piece.
That seemed to work.
Okay. So I got 2. I guess keep going. Yeah.
It's not open.
I mean, it's not. Oh, it's not opened, right?
No.
Okay.
Keep helping.
Okay. The next box, you rotate, and this time there's colors. And you notice the colors and the hues. And as you rotate, the colors change in the box in whatever rotation that you set it. And so you keep turning and you move it and you turn one way and then you turn another way and you keep flipping the box back and forth until you line up all the colors. And as you do, another portion on the side rotates and pops out. You have 3 cylindrical almost sticks sticking out now.
Like they're not detached pieces, they're just
Almost like cores popping out of
Yeah.
like a nuclear submarine type deal. And at each one of these that you open, you hear like a thrumming of the box.
popping out the fuel rods.
Yeah, I'll just tell everyone to be prepared in case I'm about to Jumanji us. $14.
14. This is it's gotten more confusing, and you're not able to quite pull it together. It doesn't make sense. This last piece almost has runes, almost wording that you can't seem to read.
Okay. I guess I'll just tuck it and try again, maybe later tonight.
Okay.
Are the runes like engraved? On
Yes, into the box. They just suddenly, the box went from having all these patterns to a solid, and now there's just like runes engraved across the whole box.
Are they written in a certain language?
You're not sure?
I don't know the language that it's written in.
Mm-mm.
Well, can't
I
read
don't
it, so.
either. Do I?
Nope.
What about if I looked at it?
Nope.
I rolled a
Do
1.
the runes look like anything in my hand?
No.
Okay.
Did I figure out the box with a 1?
Fucking tricky box that got some sticks sticking out of it.
It gave more
And
than I
it's
had to do
it's
it,
humming. And what little you know of magic, it is pulsating strong magic.
I'm gonna grab it and take a crack at it.
Okay.
Is it Arcana?
Mhm.
Nope.
You are not sure what language or what this is.
I'll hand it back to Elwyn.
I'll ritual cast detect magic so I can at least know what school it is.
I want to see if I can figure out if there's some like underlying pattern that needs to be made with these runes.
I guess the responsible thing would be to cast Identify on it before trying to open it. Now that Morn says that.
I can tell what kind of school it is, if that would help.
Could be a
And Kaz is like, I can tell what it does.
Say we'll do it together. I guess can we take a few minutes to do
Conjuration.
Morn struggles to pronounce the word, but eventually you figure out he is trying to tell you it's conjuration magic.
Okay. So Identify just says you learn its properties and how to use them. Whether it requires attunement, how many charges it has, if any, and whether any spells are affecting the item. If so, what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it. So what else would I know if I do Identify on it?
You would know it is it is the puzzle box. Not much is known about it, as it seems to be created by one person. The school is conjuration, and what are some of the other ones? What's like the questions again? Sorry.
It says like whether it requires attunement, how many charges it has, if any, and what spells are affecting it.
None, and spells affecting it.
Yeah, I think that's like if there's a curse or something on it, I think is what
Yeah.
they mean.
No.
It just says you learn its properties and how to use them, but I don't know if
Yeah,
What was
no.
the one?
I think
what was the
think
one
how
about
you used it
what
is
spell created it?
yeah, if it was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it. I'm assuming the way you use it is to open it. But if it's conjuration, I'm a little worried that something's gonna come out of it that we're not gonna like.
But that being said, we're going to end our session tonight because it is 11:30.
Yeah.
You guys can kind of think on what you would like to do and how you would like to proceed from here.
Damn puzzle box.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely
Yeah,
have
go
a fair
all
amount of
game
options.
puzzle box.
Don't read the Latin.
Ixnay on the Attenlay.
But
What are we waiting for? I hit a max.
thank you for coming, Stream. As always, we had a blast.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
Not sure what's going on with Jaden, but we're sad to see Jaden go. But we will be back next week, 8:30 Central on Wednesday, to continue with the damn puzzle box. Thanks for hanging out. Have a great weekend, everybody. See you next week. Ciao.
Adios.
Is it Wednesday yet?